Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is David Hanzal, and I'm the president of the Manhattanville Tenant Association. We are based in Morningside Heights, and I represent 6 buildings, and have been honored to have the guidance of Palente Harlem, a nonprofit organization that helps fight for tenants' rights. I'd like to start by thanking Chairman Williams for giving me the opportunity to speak today. Before I comment on the amendment in front of you, I want to give you a little background on our personal experience of excessive construction. I want to paint a picture for you, and I ask that you try to imagine from your own personal eyes in your own home. In November of 2014, my life, along with all the tenants I represent, changed dramatically. Our building was sold to BCB Management and immediately went from living comfortably in our homes to fighting for the right to live comfortably in our homes, our sanity, our safety, and our health on a daily basis. We live in a 21-unit, 6-floor walk-up building. Many of my neighbors have lived there for decades, some as long as 40 years. Demolition started immediately on almost half the units. An extra large dumpster was placed in front of our homes, filled and emptied on a daily basis with rubble of framework of our over 100-year building, filled with lead, asbestos, and who knows what other elements. Our alarm clocks were no longer needed. We knew at 7 a.m. the banging would start. Above, below, next to our homes. This banging would continue throughout the day, into the evening, and throughout the weekend. Just the routine act of walking out in front of the door was treacherous. We needed to navigate around dangerous construction equipment, construction workers, flumes of dust, fumes as we walked freely in our front door that is propped open for the world to come and go as they please, welcomed or not. We started calling 311 on a daily basis. Inspectors came by and would issue violations. Imagine how frustrating it is to come home to your building where your family lives and yet another building permit go up day after day after day as violations continue to pile up while quality of life declines. We ask you today, where is the accountability? Given the violations on our building, how can this landlord continue to put our lives at risk when we've had violations that go back as far as September, and since then 8 new permits have been issued to them with a total of 75 open violations. For all these reasons I explained, I support Amendment 1044 that is in front of you today and ask that you vote yes in favor of it. And thank you again for giving me the opportunity to speak.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Chairman Williams, and I was hoping that my counsel, Mr. Reynoso, would be here to hear me. My name is Maria Taveras, and I am the Vice President of the Williamsburg Southside Tenants Association. You've asked before if we were cold. I am cold, but most of us here today have a choice. We could leave, and we have access to a different situation. Us tenants, we are prisoners of our own homes. We are being harassed by our landlords, and our building has just recently been organized with Palente Harlem against BCB, our property manager, and Novell. David is also, his property manager is BCB as well. His building is ahead in the construction project and the harassment that tenants experience daily. A few weeks ago, I wanted to address Ms. Charatan, the owner of that company, and let her know the hardships that she puts families today. So I wrote this specifically for her to hear. I want her to know how we feel. It's not about the bottom line and money. It's the human toll. And I addressed this to her specifically. I'm not here to tell you the specifics of the abuse that we continue to endure. I'm here to tell you that BCB has turned a mother into a lioness. You, Ms. Charatan, do not know to what lengths a mother will go to safeguard their children. We live in service to love, and nothing is more powerful than the spirit. I live with passion and love with my family and my friends. Your passion is business, and profit at the expense of families and communities. Money builds dreams. You take dreams. Your dreams poison my children and sicken the weak. I'm here to protect my tenants, my children, and my neighborhood. BCB's business is successful at the expense of our health, our comfort, and the livelihoods of our entire community. This is our home, and we will not be pushed out. Not my people. This is my Brooklyn, and this is my New York. Please help us stay in our apartments, in our communities, with the people that we love. This is where we could afford to live. I mean, I moved into this neighborhood with my mother paying $200. This is all we could afford. It was drug-ridden, crime-ridden, and this was the only place we could live. Today, it's okay. Gentrification is not a problem. There's many developments, and market rate is fine. But why do we have to be moved? Why can't we live together? I feel in my building, my neighbor passed away, and in a matter of 3 years, now that's a market rate apartment. It's just not, it doesn't make sense. They're going to come in. I haven't had gas for months. They're going to drill holes in my apartment. There's been talk about a buyout. I know all of this is illegal, and the only reason why I know this is because somebody decided to help me. I don't know what my recourse is. I don't have access to a lawyer. I'm thankful to grassroots organizations and communities that are giving us a voice. And I'm here today, and I'm honored to be here in your presence. And I appreciate the work that you do. I voted for Mr. Reynoso, but I never thought that I would actually be sitting here in front of you in this building as a New Yorker, though exercising my right. I know that's something that I have, but I never thought that I'd be here asking for help. And I thank you for having that opportunity.
Well, we're honored to have you here. So thank you very much for all of you for taking the time out. I couldn't think of a better way to close out the hearing than to hear from the people who are affected. But it's terrible. I wish we could just reach in and snatch away the problems. It doesn't happen as simply as that. But I was a tenant organizer myself. I know the long, arduous process that it takes. But we're here trying to provide more tools as best as we can to give those people who are working with you the ability to fight back. Hopefully you can hang in until we can get this right. We're trying our best, but thank you all for taking the time out to come today. Ms. Clinton, is someone working with you? Clinton.
Yes, the urban homesteading.
You have? Okay, great. I just wanted to make sure, and you look great for 66, by the way. But thank you so much for all of you for coming down. Please don't give up the fight. We'll have additional hearings on this topic. There'll be rallies. We want to make sure your voice is heard. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I just want to add one thing.
Turn on the mic.
Thank you. I just wanted to add one thing. Public advocate Letitia James has been instrumental, and she knows about 1030 Carroll Street. And I thank you all.
Thank you.